All right. Sorry, what did you ask Kadroth at the end of the last episode before I had a moment of being like, I should read ahead to make sure I know what's happening?
I asked
Nocta.
him what we could do for him or what he wanted from us.
Well, at the time being, that's a question that's more suiting for Hethel. Shall I
And that
take you to her?
who's that?
She's the
The
Soothsayer.
Soothsayer.
Ah. Probably could have connected the dots on my own. Sure.
Very well. Follow me, all of you. And he begins to make his way up the stairs.
We'll flip over to the other page.
All right, I will reveal a map to the right, and he's going to just lead you to a small room. So if you guys just go to the right, you'll see it.
How far to the right?
Oh, I see it.
Whee!
And he is going to bring you to, yes, that small room Sabo is in.
Oh.
He stands at the door and he doesn't step in with you guys.
Well, that's the door. I'm gonna stand there then.
Do I need to move my own thing over?
If you can, yeah, that'd be good.
I can't. Okay, we did it.
A chilly draft wafts through this bedroom despite a roaring fire in the hearth. Buddled under a thick quilt and seated in a squat rocking chair in front of the fire is a venerable dwarf with a wooden peg where her right foot should be. Next to her on a small table is a plate of food. "I've been dreading this moment," she says.
Me too, ma'am.
"You don't know what true fear is yet, boy."
Hides behind Sabo.
"I've
Fine.
been
I'll-
waiting."
I'll step forward, in fact.
"When they first said you entered Caer Dineval, my heart nearly stopped. But I knew it was not time yet. I still had much to tell you." She points past Sabo to Ennui. "You're the fool who turned down Levistus's gift."
Nocta, like, very,
Oh.
like, I don't know if anyone notices, but Nocta, like, very out of character, like, shoots, like, a very serious look at Ennui.
"And you were kissed by the
I
Rime
will look
because
at
of it."
Ennui, still kind of catch that.
Sorry, Megan?
Oh, I just said I would look to Ennui at that, confused, and probably see Nocta's look at him.
She wears a similar amulet around her neck. After she says you've been kissed by the Rime because of it, she kind of kicks her peg leg forward and says, "Though I'm no stranger to such a thing, I wouldn't worry too much about it, boy. I would just worry about the gift that you turned away so foolishly."
My mother did always make sure I knew what counsel with the devil may bring.
Archdevil. He's a
My friend, you have already made counsel with the devil by walking in this very keep. What I'm about to tell you comes from dreams of the frozen devil himself. Let me take a moment. I imagine everyone who you've spoken to has spoken in vagaries. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone has riddles. No one has answers.
For they have not seen the true the true images that I have seen. On my last day, she kind of just pushes the plate of trout on the table next to her away and says, on my last day, I was hoping to be able to eat something different. There's nothing but this god-forsaken fish in this hellhole.
Your last day.
I ruffle around in my bag and just give her like a ration.
What is the ration?
I don't know. It's just a ration, like an
Trail
MRE.
ration.
an
She smiles at that and says, you're kind, but as you can see, I have very little to chew it with.
Come on, Noctis, step up. Chew it for the way. Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom,
Child bird her.
Joanna actually does offer. She says,
I love Joanna.
I could chew it for you if you need. I had an aunt once who lost all of her teeth to an illness, and soups and chewed foods were...
The woman raises her hand and says, I'd rather eat the trout. It's time, isn't it?
What do you mean your last day?
Have any of you foreseen your own doom? Gifted to you by Levistus himself? I'd wager not. Otherwise you never would have stepped in here.
Well,
If you have any questions about anything, I would ask them now.
What have you seen happens to us?
Well, with that, I'll first ask if there's any other questions.
what threat does Aurel pose to Levistus?
Levistus has no concern for Aurel. The rime itself is not an issue. But the sunblights are taking the wisdom and power of someone, Asmodeus.
Oh, okay. Why is he so interested in me?
Levistus?
I mean, I was the one that I was told they were. You're muted, by the way. Okay, cool.
If we sought you out for what you have done before, your book of devils, the secrets you uncovered, the men who are looking for you.
Sable's eyes get big at that.
A lot of you are running away from past demons, and I assure you they will all catch up. All of them.
He pulls out his book and starts writing in the very back of it.
What?
What are you?
So
Hey,
what
stop.
deal does Levistus seek to strike with us
The deal's
to
already
stop
been
this
made.
Asmodeus?
The deal's already been made, my boy. If you choose to work with our order or not, it doesn't matter. You've already stepped into a devil's war. It just matters of which devil would you rather win. Levistus or Asmodeus?
Not much of a choice when one of you talks about burning down all the towns.
Shall you know what I saw?
This is Nathan. Did I miss something about the Draugr?
The Dwarger?
The
Dwerger.
Dwerger being agents of Asmodeus, or are we just drawing conclusions?
We're just
she said
learning
the
that
sun
now.
lights.
Cool, just making
Yeah.
sure. Just making sure.
Yeah,
What,
we're only just learning.
What, why does Levistus care if Asmodeus burns 10 towns to the ground? What stake has he in this place?
You don't know much about devils, do you?
I suspect he wishes to prey on the poor
No.
souls lost in the harsh conditions, looking for a way out of a hopeless situation.
No, 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 no. You are mistaken. Levistus cares about law.
Don't all
Murdering
devils?
all civilization. It's not really what Levistus wants up here in Icewind Dale.
Levistus cares about his own law.
Law is law. If you are going to continue to speak this craziness of Asmodeus, I won't tell you what I know.
Sorry, I apologize.
Well,
So, how does it end for us then?
I don't know the ending, but I know what comes. Zardarok Sunblight, a Dwerger warlord, will conquer Icewind Dale unless you defeat him. Zardarok, he has a fortress on the surface, hidden in the spine of the world. It contains, among other things, a forge powered by the still beating heart of a red dragon.
Fire.
Zardarok has a plan for the systematic destruction of 10 towns, which you can discover when you search his fortress. I will warn you, even when you find it, you will be posed with a difficult choice between 10 towns and Zardarok himself. And you will all die if you face Zardarok too soon. You must test your mettle against the horrors that haunt the farthest reaches of Icewind Dale before you can hope to survive the perils of Zardarok's fortress. She smiles and closes her eyes. I'm going to give you guys this information. I'll put it in your notepad. Party journal.
Oh,
In partial honesty, everyone is fucked, said iDragon.
I'll let you guys format it. I'm just copy pasting everything in there for you guys.
So I'm currently getting drunk.
We appreciate you, Justin.
For
Yeah,
formatting?
she's closed her eyes on that.
I assume this is like her just dying.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well.
I'm actually going to reach out and like touch her hand and see if she responds.
She does not respond.
I'm gonna. Does she has like a blanket on her, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna gently lift it and put it over her face as well to give her some dignity.
She wakes up. I'm not dead yet, you fuck.
And then dies. One last joke of a soothsayer.
One less joke of a soothsayer.
You guys are in the room. There's just the popping of the fireplace.
Is Mr. Burns still outside?
Kadroth, yes, he is standing there.
Hey, I don't know. Something I've failed to learn. Do you guys have any, like, funeral rites? She's not doing so hot.
She's dead. Yes. We all
Good.
knew this was coming. She was as prepared as she could be for it. But we will lay her to proper rest. Rest assured. I hope this information shows that we here at the Order wish to not provide any unnecessary conflict. We wish to help how we can in stopping the Sunblight family.
What's in it for you guys? Are you just going to take all of 10 towns once you've saved them?
No. You all speak with such extremes. Can't we simply be happy with the way things are?
If we stop the sunblights, does that help us lift the Rime?
That I do not know.
Does that cat
And if
know?
we... the mouse or cat that's in every castle.
To be honest, my friend, the only way to stop the Rime is to kill a god.
So Zardoc would be good training.
Precisely. He steps inside the room.
Thank you for the food, and thank you for sharing what you know with us.
Sorry.
Do you need an answer, like a concrete answer, or are you just gonna keep watching our movements? And as long as they align with what you want, you will...
I will
Oh
need
my
to
God,
know
what just happened?
right now if we will offer you more services or if we will ask you to leave. I can give you guys the room to discuss, and don't worry about dear Hethel. She's not listening anymore. Kadroth goes to step out of the room if no one stops him. Oh, fuck!
So, the forge powered by a red dragon is the fire he was going to bring to 10 towns. Will bring, not what. Oh. I feel foolish now.
Foolish?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm?
We can't solve all the world's problems at once. If this devil cult is willing to give us food and shelter so that they can benefit from what we were going to do anyways, we might as well take it.
Or like not.
And later, when all of this is done, we can come back and make sure that things are very clear about what we expect from them in 10 towns. But right now, I don't see there being any benefit to working against them or to pretending like they're not already watching us and like they don't already have resources we need. They just told us where their enemy is so that we can go deal with it. I don't think they could more clearly help us than that.
Nocta, enlighten us. Why should we not?
Well, the usual, not, making deals with devils. Terrible, awful idea typically.
You heard the Soothsayer. The deal's already been made.
Has it though?
So what do you suggest? We let the Sunblight family bring this forge to bear against 10 towns and let Asmodeus and his fire run free? We seem to be stuck with an impossible choice.
Yeah.
That's it. Just
Whatever-
yes.
Whatever we choose, historically, we will follow through with it till the end. So I think that making the right choice is wise.
I think.
Uh oh.
I think
Megan,
Joanna.
no.
What?
Is she gone for you guys?
No.
Oh, she's like just straight up frozen on my screen.
Yeah, she's frozen on my screen.
She's frozen
Nope.
for me
She's
too.
just not moving.
Oh, she's back now.
Oh,
She just wasn't moving.
No, she was moving.
Eric, you're still muted.
You said making the right choice, and then I didn't catch the rest of it.
We can't hear you.
Is
Megan.
wise.
Oh, there you are.
Our word tends to be our bond.
Or
Yes.
Our word tends to be our bond.
We got it that
This
time.
I agree with.
Hate everything about this situation, but I agree with Joanna.
I also just want to point something out, too. Just because they keep telling us that we've signed a deal doesn't mean we have.
Oh,
They're offering us a place to sleep, and they're offering us food to eat. But we have a common enemy. They can talk all they want about how this means we're working for them, and this means that we're on a common path, but that isn't true until one of us says yes to it. And I
And
haven't
how
said
long do you
yes.
think they'll share their resources until we do say yes?
For as
I feel
long as
like-
it benefits them.
till the end, presumably.
This is clearly not a cult lacking power. The Soothsayer has seen some destiny in us that they don't perhaps know or quite understand, but
You're really putting your faith in what a soothsayer has to say? Just blindly listening to the old lady? We can still do
well, the
whatever.
old lady is giving me something, Nocta. You sit there with indecision and saying, I hate this, it's an impossible choice, yet here we are in a castle, brought into this situation here. We answered these summons because they know something, you know something, and you're not sharing with us.
And what have you been freaking out about this whole time, chasing you, trying to find you, and you're not sharing with us?
You know what?
Because they're
We
not
should-
concerned with you.
We should
concerned with
probably
me.
all take some time and ask ourselves, all of us, I think, what we're keeping a secret from each other and why it's so... Looks around realizing she's in a devil cult. So damned important that we keep it a secret from each other anyways. Because here's one...
Nope.
Because we're all moving together, and that means we should either choose to deal with things together, or we should accept that we're not going to get anywhere very fast. So, I'm going to step out this door, and I'm going to tell Kadroth that I would love to sleep in a warm bed with some nice trout in some very weird milk, and that I am going to spend the night and maybe get a visit from a lady who seems to think that she might be a better friend to us than Kadroth is. And when I do that, I'm going to make something very clear to Kadroth. There's no deals. There's no souls on the line. There's no promises being made. Kadroth has an enemy that we were going to kill anyways, and if they can help, I'm going to take it. And one day, if Kadroth is the enemy, I'm going to take him too. Because that's what I'm going to do.
I mean, I was going to tell you later tonight, because, I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about this whole fucked up situation, but... Sure.
You heard Kadroth. He'll give us the room to speak. He's expecting an answer as we leave. We can buy no more time.
It's a little
We either
bit.
help them or we don't.
I think ennui, what they're trying to say is that we have a common enemy, and whether that means that we sleep here or we are kicked out because they disapprove of us not agreeing to a plan, we can at least offer the fact that we're going to do it anyways, and the rest is up to them.
What I have to tell you has zero bearing on us saying yes or no to them, realistically.
I can
true,
confirm
Nocta.
that.
You're right. I left to go stop the fires coming to 10 towns. I was naive enough to think it was a single man or a few soldiers against a single town. Now I found out it's all of 10 towns. I'll be damned if I lost my hand. Just to call it quits now.
Wasn't.
My mind's all but made up. We help these people.
That's what I said earlier.
Joanna's just going to turn, seeing that the party is trying to come together, and she's going to knock on the door for Kadyrov.
Everyone just has to say yes in their own way. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
There's no answer when you knock on the door.
I'm going to open it.
The hallway is empty.
Yeah, he
Well,
fell
that's
down the stairs.
rude.
Didn't you see him?
Hear him.
He's laying there with a broken neck.
He's
Yeah,
back
and
in the
there's gonna
main
be another
lobby if
cultist
you guys
being
want
like-
to move there.
There's going to be
Sorry.
another cultist being like, that's his time.
Yeah.
He's
Sorry,
back in
what'd
the
you
main
say,
lobby if
Justin?
you guys wanted to move there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, this should actually be in the map layer.
Walk, 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 walk. Except I'm still a little bit like a scorned puppy, walking kind of behind everyone.
Oh my goodness, right.
As you guys enter the room, Kadyrov turns and says, "What have we then? An alliance?" And he extends a hand.
At the offer of a handshake, I will nudge Joanna.
Joanna's going to walk right up to him, and instead of making a handshake, she's going to look him up and down and says, "Sorry, pal, but we don't know you well enough. Here's what we are going to do. We're going to work together, but no deals, no dice, no promises. For as long as we're headed the same way, we'll work with you. But either side can back out anytime. How does that sound to you?"
I'm gonna
In
look
that
at
case,
Sable
it's
and
best
be like,
you all leave the keep.
she's ballsy as fuck.
It was just an alliance. No deals, no contracts. Just our supplies with your supplies.
Yeah.
And if
That-
you're going to speak with such bravado, we can get by without you.
Very fair.
Go.
Okay. We're still gonna do what you want us to do. I don't see how she approached it we're still going to do this thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
I like to deal with
might as
respect.
well-
And you all obviously have so much disdain for Levistus in his way that we could never work fairly with any of you. You're scared that in 1 second I'm going to stab you in the back or ask you to murder a child for the name of Levistus. You're all ignorant fools and you'll die in the wastes. We best start looking for other people who will work reasonably and actually have a chance against fighting Zadorok.
Joanna's keeping up a brave face, but like to both Kadyrov as well as the people behind her, it is very obviously more shock than anything else. And she's just going to turn with the same face and walk out. She totally thought that she was being cool and amazing, and now she's just like, okay, bye.
Kadyrov. She made a mistake. She's very unexperienced with adventuring. You should have seen her when she asked if she could join us on being an adventuring party. She lit up like a Yule tree. Fuck. Uh, listen. I don't trust anyone, realistically. And I'm fucking terrified. There's a reason I came up here. If you can keep us reasonably safe and we can help you, we can work together. I don't think that
Where's Joanna?
Joanna accidentally got deleted.
Oh, fuck. All right.
I haven't had a chance to mention it because we've been role playing, but I've just been like, Joanna's dead.
He pauses at this and says,
Oh.
"Do you
I think we're both being hasty.
Sorry?
I think we're both being hasty is the last thing he was going to say before the "Where's Joanna" fiasco.
Let me ask you this and speak from the truth of your hearts. Do any of you feel like you can actually ally yourself with our order? Will there always be that hesitance where every time we give you supplies, you're going to question in the back of your head, are they going to want something more? Because if every deal has us tiptoeing around the idea because you're scared of what we can offer, this isn't a good arrangement, is it? Nocta, I respect you and what you've done, and I don't disrespect the lot of you, for you are destined for great things. I just feel that those great things don't align with us, because you're much too scared of the true power and grace of the Vistas.
Having, at this point, walked all the way across the room and finally reached the door and then paused, seeing that the rest of the party hasn't actually followed me, I will turn around and say, perhaps you are correct, and we should not do you any disservice taking your deal without being certain we are comfortable. We are a fearful group occasionally, as you say.
I have made mistakes. I've had my life threatened because I know about you guys more or less. It's not you that I'm scared of. And you're the only way we're going to succeed at this, and you clearly want our help. Nocta puts out his hand.
You're one man, Nocta, of a party of 7. This
His hand's still out.
alliance will not happen.
Nocta turns around and walks out.
Sabo will follow.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
As everyone's going, I'm just gonna stop beside Kadroth and
Yo, can you give me Avarice's number?
hey, just there's something there just because Henri hasn't met a lot of tieflings, and these tieflings have been kind and nurturing and everything. And so you just kind of see Henri have to gain his composure first, and this isn't like to the room, this is just to Kadroth.
Yeah.
Quietly, but not whispered, right? But just I have made an errant judgment based on the news that fire would be brought to 10 towns, and become disfigured further for it. I do not wish to fail at this task, so alliance or no, if you can make use of me, let me know. And I'll offer him my left hand.
He cuts it off and takes it.
This will be for my baby spell.
You must understand that me not shaking your hand is not out of disrespect. Like Nocta, I respect you, even if you did turn down Levistus's offer. You would have fit in very well here, Ennui. A man of noble birth and grace. I am the only one here like that. As much as I would want to have shaken Nocta's hand as well, the moment is gone. So please don't take this as a slight, but rather just, you are but one of the 7, and the 7 need to work together to defeat Asmodeus.
Rock me, Asmodeus. Asmodeus.
Unfortunate end
Asmodeus.
to your hospitality. I thank you. And I'll just give him a proper bow and then leave.
Goes for a hug and is like, wait, no.
Yeah. So
you
do we hug or what? What are you a hugger? Do we kiss?
When you guys step out, the gates close behind you.
So we fucked that up.
I'm gonna turn to Joanna while everybody else is all like, "Oh, we fucked this up," and be like, "It's fine. I hate castles anyway."
Joanna was pulling on her horns, frustrated with herself. And it's just like, why did you let me talk to him? I told you I didn't know how to talk to rich people.
I'm gonna just kind of put a hand on Joanna. She's much taller than I always imagined in my head. So a hand on her shoulder. And I'm just gonna be like, you stated your terms and they were rejected. You should not be ashamed.
This
We've
was
lost-
the other half to the agreement the other outcome for not taking the agreement.
It was a collective fuck up. It's not just you.
I see no reason why we should consider this a pitfall. We are no worse off than we were before we went in this castle if we had decided not to at all.
And the Soothsayer did still tell us things, even though we didn't take their offer. It makes me think that maybe Hanleth knew something more than they did, and... I was so scared, though!
You did a great job.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Joanna goes over, very, and goes and flomps partially onto Nocta.
It's okay.
How tall is Nocta?
6'3".
Okay, yeah, she can flomp slightly onto you. Ugh.
I do not know of these devils. I do not think I have ever met one, but I don't know if I would like to deal with one. For what I hear, they are not always good.
That is one of the most apt descriptions of devils that I've ever heard. They are not always good.
Well, Lumina puts it in the simplest terms.
Well, if Hanleth is convinced that we're not ready yet, then I suppose we have 2 more places we can go and talk to people and make friends.
We do have some wolves to go hunt.
Joanna, there is no need to make friends with any of these warring parties. We can simply do what seems right.
In the moment.
Thank you, Luamek.
Also, if I'm being honest, I totally didn't want to make that deal. I just don't like it when people are mad at me.
Does Nocta say that out loud?
Yeah.
Joanna's gonna headbutt you, but gently, and be like, then you should have just told us.
Let's go get something to eat.
All right, well, congratulations. You guys have completed this quest.
In some way.
Oops, we did it.
Oops, we did it.
Oops. Whoopsie daisy.
This is like when I'm playing one of those games and the quest pops up as failed because I killed someone I wasn't supposed to.
Ooh.
And
Wait,
it just
doesn't let you
automatically
reload.
is like, yeah, and it's just like, by the way, that was a quest.
That's like the weird thing with like open world stuff is like you can literally just be walking through the hills and it'll be like quest failed and you'll be like, what happened somewhere?
What did I do?
Of note, the speaker is still in there, and but you know, everything's
No.
done.
Oh, no, don't worry. We're going to go to that inn and we're going to be like, your speaker's fucked. If you don't get a real army together to retake the care, like, you're done, because this is a crazy powerful cult that's filled all the guard towers. They have soothsayers and spellcasters, and, like, they're all spooky tieflings. Like,
Maybe don't say spooky tieflings.
That's true. But just, yeah, y'all need a bigger army than this.
And then he's gonna be like, but the care is our army.
And I'm going to pat him on the head
And be like,
and feed
I
him
gotta
the
go.
gold, and we're going to leave.
Well, congratulations, you guys are 40% through saving 10 towns.
Not good.
Yay.
Huzzah!
You guys will soon start getting quest lines in the wastes beyond.
I mean, sounds fun for Sabo.
It's time to test your metal before you go into the spine of the world itself.
I was born in the spine of the world.
Before we call it, James, does Ennui have like a bag? Like a
course. Of course.
I'm gonna slide my book into his satchel.
Henri's fooled you all. He's but a common pauper and an illiterate. You think he knows how to read?
I don't know.
There's so much sneaky putting things in people's bags.
Wait, can I see if, because Luminac always seems to notice these things.
No, you do perception. Go for it.
True, yes.
Oh, where did my character sheet go? There it is.
Probably my worst stealth roll so far.
I mean, that
Sorry,
was a terrible
what's this book,
perception
Nathan?
roll.
He's
I'll
putting
tell you
the,
later.
the book in your...
Well, just what
Not
I
that
call it
one.
in my inventory.
Oh, Nocta's book.
Okay.
Nocta's journal, notebook. Nocta's diary.
I'm just gonna put diary.
Dear diary.
All right. Well, we're going to call this episode here. In the next episode, we'll see if the party does any cleanup in Caer Dineval, and then if they go, check out some of the other towns in 10 Towns. Should be a good time. Thanks for watching, everybody in YouTube land. See ya!
Peace.